time I open and close my eyes, there's a new aesthetic that's coming about. Now, mind you, it's not major trends anymore. It's just micro trends and people trying to find their way in the fashion industry and find their own steez. Now, some might say it's a good thing, others might say it's a bad thing, but me personally, I think it's a great thing because now people can really find their true aesthetic. And now people can curate their own style and everything is lovely. So today we're going to be talking about some of the best aesthetics that I've seen in the great year of 2023. Now, workwear aesthetic. Now, this has been around since like 2018, 2017, I believe, but now I can see more people doing it on the regular and using different brands as well. Now, me personally, I like it because it's a practical style because you can wear it. I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing a Dickies jacket and I have a lot of Carhartt jackets as well. And they all fit well and pretty true to size, especially if you're a taller dude or a bigger guy or a bigger gal or whatever. It all hits the same no matter what size you are. A lot of hip hop artists would wear this in the 90s, especially Carhartt and Ben Davis and Dickies. If you're in the West Coast and the East Coast, they usually just focus on Carhartt, but they would wear Dickies as well, at least on the for the jacket. And you can wear this all sorts of functions. I don't know if you guys remember when Kanye and Frank Ocean went to the Met Gala and I think the theme was camp, which is ironic fashion, and they wore Dickies jacket, like the Eisenhower jacket. So that's what goes to show you can wear it and dress it up and dress it down. And I think the pieces last longer because it's more practical. And if you don't want to fully commit and buy the actual Carhartt brand, you can buy their fashion house, which is work in progress. And then Dickies does a lot of collaborations with different brands like Palace and Supreme and stuff like that if you're not trying to fully commit. But honestly, I rate Dickies and I rate Workwear for sure. Okay, this aesthetic is old money. This boomed. I did a video about this a while ago, and honestly, the old money aesthetic is pretty stupid because honestly, I think you just need the money in order to do it. Because other than that, like, there's really no point of partaking in this so-called aesthetic if you want to look rich. But that goes to show you, like the old saying goes, poor people want to look rich, rich people want to look poor. So honestly, money. Guys, I don't like this aesthetic. What a good aesthetic to like counteract that or to substitute it would be like modern prep, like, or American prep, like Tommy Hilfiger, Polo, all that stuff. That's cool. That is dope because it's something that you can actually do. But to pretend like you have $10 million when your account's overdraft, I don't think you're not fooling nobody. You pulled up in a Chevrolet Malibu. No one's going to think you have $10 million. But yeah. No bueno, no bueno. Okay, now this one's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I love this aesthetic because it's the women who wear it. The Earthy Girl aesthetic, mainly neutral tones, different textures because of the neutral tones. They don't really wear bright colors, but they have different textures and then elements such as piercings, septum piercings. But these girls have different powers because they will have you in a chokehold and then probably put something on you, okay? So, fellas, if you're out there, dog, if you're listening, listen to your boy DD. Listen to the fashion philosopher. Be careful with the Earthy Girls, okay? They obviously do listen to Erykah Badu and Sade and what's her name? Lauryn Hill. Just be careful, yo, because they will have you sprung. But honestly, I'm a fan of that whole aesthetic, and I feel like a lot of girls make it look well. And it doesn't have to be too revealing. A lot of it's like baggy and stuff like that. But I just like the different earth tones that they use. And I liked them when they use different textures and shapes and stuff like that. And I love their accessories as well. Cyber Y2K. Now, this stuff is a little different because in the 2000s, I grew up in we weren't dressing the way that they're dressing now. For Cyber Y2K, it's kind of like a modern take on the 2000s, which is good. You have brands like Bapes being still relevant in it, and a lot of it comes down to accessories like headphones, purses, jewelry, like the huge belt buckles and stuff that people used to wear back in the day, but it's different. Even like point in time, I want to say like 2022, 2021, people were going back to wired headphones for a bit, but now you can just see them use the wireless over the head headphones. as a staple. A lot of pieces that they have, one of the main pieces I've seen is like crop tops and stuff like that, and baggier jeans, and a lot of logo mania going on as well. And like I said, Bape was huge back in the 2000s, so it makes sense that they're one of the leading brands for this community. And honestly, I think it's a good fit and it's a good aesthetic. I would partake in it, but I'm not a huge fan of it, but I still think it's a good look though. Okay, so boom, bloke core or bloquette core. Now, when it comes to sportswear, I'm just like, yo, you guys are just wearing a jersey, all right? Some casuals wear it, and then non-sport fans wear it. It's whatever. I made a TikTok about this a while ago, and I got flamed in the comments because they're like, "Yo, blood, you can't be doing that, fam. Yo, we have to make sure that these guys are not wearing these clubs, and they don't even watch the clubs." I'm like, fam, it doesn't matter. It's a jersey, bro. They're not signing you. It doesn't matter. A lot of times, I feel like sports fans, and I am one. They kind of take sports way too serious, where it's almost like a religion. But that's neither here or there. I think Emil Durkheim calls it cultural or collective effervescence. But honestly, just wear the jersey, and it's just a clean fit for the summer. Just a soccer jersey from any club or any country. Then all you have to do is wear like shorts or pants and some like sambas or some sneakers or whatever. You're good to go. It's a clean fit, easy to wear. You don't need to name all the formations in order to wear a jersey, dog. They're not paying you. But honestly, I would say it's a go for me. I like this aesthetic. Now, grunge. Grunge is one of my favorite aesthetics because I listen to Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all that stuff, and I grew up skateboarding a little bit. Now, mind you, grunge and skateboarding, like fashion, is similar but different. Like skateboarders will wear more colors, but grunge is more like darker tones and stuff like that. Easy to wear, easy to style, and is more like worn in, broken, just like how skateboarders wear their clothes is broken in, and I like it. I like it especially on. I feel like it's one of the aesthetics where it's like it looks equally good on both genders, so it looks good on girls and it looks good on guys. Whereas like earthy aesthetic, it looks better on girls, and then you would say same with cyber Y2K, and then if you were to do workwear looks better on dudes. But this is one where it's the equal playing field. I definitely want to style some girls in this aesthetic, the grunge aesthetic. And I think it's a good look, and I feel like a lot of people can do it no matter what background you are, or if you have interest in like grunge music or not. All right, business core. I started doing this trend probably or this aesthetic in probably 2021, I believe. And I just think it's cool because you're just adding a white shirt or like a collar shirt and a tie with regular clothes, like a pair of jeans and like a leather jacket or something like that. So to me personally, I do like it. It's one of the better aesthetics I like because I can also wear that to church if I want to and it won't be out of place. So I want to say that it's one of my favorite ones that I still partake in to this very day, and I will never stop. This aesthetic, vintage. This is one is never going to die. I think Virgil Abloh said that vintage will replace streetwear. Right now, he's kind of right. I don't think streetwear is going to die, but I think like vintage might have a long life for a while, but it depends on like the pieces because a lot of people are reselling now, and then now thrifts are getting filled up with fast fashion. So how long can it possibly last? But honestly, vintage is cool because vintage doesn't have just a timestamp, right? It's like every 20 years. So if you look at it from the long end, you can honestly see like, yo, people like 30s vintage or 40s vintage. I know people that I follow on TikTok that are into 40s and 30s vintage. I myself am into like vintage, like 90s, 80s, 70s. But when it comes to formal wear, I like the 60s. So you can pull from every generation because most of it's timeless. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. So this is a book I'm reading right now, and I want you guys to check it out. If you ever have time, it's called Black Ivy. I don't know if it's blasted out in the camera, probably. And it just talks about basically the black experience in America, basically talking about the Black Ivy Leagues and the black fashion from I want to say it's like the 20s up until like the 60s, and that black prep aesthetic that men were wearing at that time during the civil rights era, Black Renaissance, all that type of stuff. So honestly, I would say it's a great book to recommend if you want to change your style up a little bit, if you want to get more into vintage, because you can understand the history and you can learn a lot about where we came from as a people. So it's a book I highly recommend for everybody. But honestly, vintage is number one for me. I love vintage. It's vintage till the wheels fall off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys had a good year for 2023. I hope to see you guys all in 2024. And with that said, your boy Darius D is signing off. Y'all just keep staying suave and just chill till the next video, because your boy DD is definitely out of here. Live long and prosper.